Hello and welcome to the Book Nook. Please come in and make yourself at home. If you're new to the Book Nook, welcome. It is such a pleasure and honor to have you stop by for a visit. If you're not aware of what the Book Nook is, it is a monthly bonus show that is a branch of the Faith and More podcast, which is part of Faith and More Ministries. And I'm your host, Reverend Angel Wise. I will be sharing things with you in the Book Nook that we just don't get the time to do on the Faith and More podcast. We share and discuss things like homeopathy, aromatherapy, music, binaural beats, books, and so much more. We also have Secret Time, where we share secrets about upcoming episodes, topics, and information that those who don't listen to the Book Nook won't get. So please make yourself at home, get comfortable, get your favorite beverage, curl up in your favorite chair or couch, and blanket and enjoy. So in this week's Book Nook, we're going to be talking about everything and possibly the kitchen sink. We have so much to cover, and all of it is little snippets and bits and pieces, but when you put all the pieces together, it makes for a whole big puzzle. So let us dive right in, shall we? So as most of us are not of Jewish faith or Kabbalist faith, I wanted to share something that you might wish to begin doing or implement into your spiritual practice. And that is Rosh Hashanah. And Rosh Hashanah begins this coming Friday, September 15th in the evening, and it goes until Sunday evening, the 17th. And Rosh Hashanah is one of the two biggest high holy days in the Judaic calendar. It is a celebration of creation. So you're actually celebrating the Creator creating the world and everything in it, including us. And it's definitely something to celebrate. Also, following that, which would be Monday the 18th, begins the Days of Awe, A-W-E, Awe. And it is a 10-day period of introspection, contemplation, and just really going through your laundry list of what you really need to work on and change in your life, what you can do that's better, old habits. It's very much a New Year celebration for those of the Judaic faiths. But again, it's something we can adapt and should adapt to our spiritual faith, regardless of what it is or isn't. You're not converting if you're practicing right along with someone. If anything, what you're doing is you are walking and practicing with your fellow brothers and sisters, and being very interfaith. So again, you don't have to say I'm Jewish or going to be practicing a Jew, blah blah blah, to do this. No, you can actually do this, and it's very awesome. It's very nourishing for your soul, for your body, and for your mind. And it is definitely something that you will not regret doing. So in the August edition of the Oblates of Perpetual Light meeting, which I uploaded for the first time to the Faith and More podcast, and I hope you all enjoyed that and got to listen to it. If you didn't, it's there. Check it out. But while we were recording that, Father Mike was talking about how one of his clients were having, in essence, a dark night of the soul. They felt very disconnected from the Creator, from the divine, from God, from the universe, whatever you want to call or label that which is beyond labels. And this is something that we hear about a lot, especially with the saints. They even had that. I mean, that's how St. John of the Cross coined the phrase dark night of the soul and wrote the book on the dark night of the soul, which is really a great, very deep, but great text, if any of you are interested in checking that out. So, I wanted to share a little bit or expand a little bit or talk a little bit about times when we feel disconnected, and it's natural. We all do. I'm raising my hand. There are times I do as well. And as I just said, the saints even go through it. So they are not even impervious to it. It happens. It's actually human, part of our human nature to feel disconnected. And the darkness does a really good job of making us feel disconnected a lot of times, by the whispers in our ears that we're never good enough, or we're never doing enough, or, it just goes on and on and on. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to have a show coming up here very soon, probably within the next month, about the not just dark night of the soul, but just everything that we are bombarded with every day. I know, isn't that every show? The title of that episode is going to be called "To Live 100 Years in One Day." So that kind of gives you, those of you who are into Secret Time, that gives you a bit of a hint into what that show is going to be about. And yes, we'll be definitely talking about Dark Night of the Soul. But until then, what can we do when we start feeling disconnected from the Creator? Well, we need to stop. Stop right where you are. Pause. Take some deep breaths and just relax. Relax. Put your hand on your heart. Feel your heart beating. That's the Creator. The Creator is what is creating and sustaining not only your heartbeat, but you, the world, everything you see and experience, everyone that you come into contact with, everyone and everything. So the Creator is literally a breath and a heartbeat away. And some might say, well, that's all well and good. I get that, but that doesn't help. Well, there's a little bit more to it. You need to speak with the Creator, either in your heart, in your head, or out loud, or all three. And just tell the Creator, talk with the Creator, tell it. It knows, but it's good for you to say it, that you feel disconnected, that you are having a dark night of the soul, and that you need help, to ask for help. Ask the Creator to send your guardians and guides, angels, everything and anything that can possibly help you to pep up and feel better, and to walk lighter, and to lighten your load and burden, because we all walk around with such heavy weight. As they say, the weight of the world on your shoulders. And I'm sure some of you feel like you have more than one world's weight on your shoulders. I know a lot of our listeners are suffering greatly and go through so much. And each and every one of you are in my heart, thoughts, and prayers. But you can get through this. We can get through this. Remember, we are more, immensely more. 95%, if not 99% more than this human frame. Our spirit, our soul is so greater than you could ever fathom. The human mind cannot even begin to scratch the surface of what our spirit, soul, nefesh, again, whatever you want to label that, or higher self, whatever you want to label that, again, something else. It is beyond labels what it actually is. We can't, in human language, begin to describe it. So it's always rule and key to first thing, stop, pause, wherever you are. If you're in your car and you need to pull over, safely pull over, and just take some time to breathe, put your hand on your heart, and tell God, tell the Creator, look, I'm going through a lot. I need help. I really need help. I feel so disconnected from you. I know that's not true, because I feel you in my chest. I feel my heart. I'm breathing. I feel my breath, so I know you're here, but please help me to feel that, to realize you, to see you, to hear you, and the list goes on and on and on. And in the show, the episode that's going to be coming up, to live 100 years in a day, we're going to get into not just this, but ways in every moment that we can wake up, really wake up, see, feel, hear, experience, taste the divine every moment of every day. So, you just got your secret time, folks. Stay tuned for that. But also, that was mentioned in that Oblates meeting. Father Mike is a life and spiritual coach. He accepts clients, people that are in need of help, as do I. And we both are here for all of you. I'm only an email away, and so is he. If you need his contact information, I will include it in the show description. If you'd like to contact Father Mike Cantor and request his services, you are more than welcome to. Also, I am available. And that leads into the next thing. I'm sure you all have heard the infomercials on the recent shows about me beginning to offer angelic, intuitive, and quantum healing. The infomercial I'm going to run here just so you all have a refresher on exactly what it is. My apologies for the brief show interruption. Are you in need of healing? I am beyond blessed and elated to be able to offer healing sessions to you. I am able to offer healing sessions at an intuitive, quantum, and or angelic level. The mode of healing used depends on the healing you require. We begin with a discovery call. This call lasts approximately 30 minutes. It is absolutely free and is used for us to get to know each other and explore your healing needs. After this, if you wish to continue, we will have the initial consultation call. Here I will explain to you what modes of healing I will be using, what this entails, and what to expect. This session will last 1 hour. The minimum donation is $20. Next is the actual healing sessions. These sessions last for 1 hour each. The minimum donation is $50 per session, or 3 sessions for $100. If money is an issue for you, which it is for just about all of us, please do not hesitate to book a discovery call. Again, reminder, that is absolutely free. We can discuss during that call the minimum donation or possibly bartering, which I'm always open to. To book a session, please contact me at faithandmorepodcast@gmail.com. Bless you, and I hope to work with you soon. So I've had a few inquiries about this and people, interested in more details, but also, or more so, I should say, is asking the question, what is the difference between you doing these prayers and the prayers that you do for us anyway? Well, the prayers that I offer for all of you and that we offer at the end of every Faith and More show are what they call intercessory prayers. Like when you are asking for help on behalf of someone. And that's what I do when I'm praying for all of you, is I'm doing intercessory prayer work. And the angelic, the intuitive, the quantum healing is much more deep than that. In order for me to do this type of healing work, I have to communicate directly with you via phone, which is the majority of what we'll do is over the phone, whomever wishes to do this with me. The majority of it will be over the phone. And it is us connecting at a soul level, person to person soul level, getting to know each other more, and me getting to know my soul, getting to know more of what you are in need of, in exactly what types of healing you are in need of, because there are all types of causes for illnesses and for us just feeling like garbage. It can be stress. It could be past issues that we have not dealt with. So when you're talking with me and I'm getting to know you, I'm going to be asking questions as Spirit guides me to find out exactly what the key is to what's causing the illness. yes, it's a physical illness, but it's caused by something. What is it caused by? And I have to add, by no means are my healing services to be substituted for a physician. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, when I'm speaking with you, I'll be making sure that you are seeking medical help or going to be seeking medical help, because that is so very, very important. Um, Not that the healing I'm going to be offering is not good. I'm just saying you also need your physician involved as well. So again, back to the point is it's key that we find out what is the cause of it, because I'm not going to be like, and I'm not, you know, against Western medicine, not in the least. It has greatly helped me and still does to keep me alive. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to be treating symptoms. I want to treat the cause, because that's the only way to eradicate the illness, to heal you from the illness, is to find the cause, to zero in on it or get as close as we possibly can to it and work on that. A lot of times we have PTSD from childhood, where we have things that we just stuff down inside, and we say, we'll deal with it on another day. We'll deal with it I'm not dealing with it right now. We just ignore it. But the thing is, you can't ignore that, because that becomes a cancer, and that will literally eat you alive. It will. And it can cause actual cancer. It can cause all kinds of illnesses. We so underestimate the power of emotion and, things like negative thoughts and negative feelings and experiences. And we have to properly work through these things. And I know no one wants to go there. That's why we suppress them. That's why we squash them. That's why we put them away in a closet. But through working with me, we will get into that closet together. We will gently go through what needs to go through, and we will begin healing. And based on what your situation is and the level of healing you require, I will be using one, if not all three modes of healing, which is angelic healing, intuitive healing, and quantum healing. The intuitive healing is long distance healing. I'll be on the phone with you, voice to voice. If we want to do a Zoom meeting, we can do that, where we're face to face over video. If you're local and you're in my area and you want to meet up, we are more than welcome to do that as well. But we don't have to. And then the quantum healing is healing at a micro level, which is talking about a cellular level, or even beyond cellular, even deeper than cellular level. And then angelic healing is, calling upon your guardians, your guides, angels, the archangels. There's so many of them that we can call, depending on what you need healing. But again, the thing about that is I have to be present with you on the phone, and you have to give the okay for the healing. It's not something I can just do like we do the intercessory healing. For this type of healing, you have to say, yes, I please do what you can to heal me. I give you the okay to use whatever means you need, as far as the angels and the whatever healing methods that you use. Feel free to use them on me, and then we will come up with a plan together and do that together. It is a really amazing and beautiful thing. It is very beneficial. I can't stress enough how beneficial it will be for you. So give it some thought. I mean, I know the prices are, the prices, but as I hope and pray you are seeing now, that there is a lot involved in this type of healing. It's not just open up a prayer book and recite a prayer and be done, or recite a rosary or a mala, or 109 prayer beads and done. It's very, very deep, very, very detailed, and rightly so, because this is some really, really powerful healing. Again, at a, you could say, nuclear level, it really is. But as I said in the infomercial, if money is an issue, please don't allow that to stop you from contacting me. Please reach out to me, because the first call is free, just so you can ask questions and we get to know each other just a little bit, because it's a half an hour call. And no, I'm not going to have a stopwatch and cut you off in a half an hour, but we want to try to keep it to that as possible. Just to get a brief overview of what it is, and if you're interested in, if you need to discuss with me, financial ways of payment, we can discuss that. And please don't feel embarrassed or ashamed or upset if you don't have the money and you want to barter with me. I'm all for that. Believe me, I don't have any money either, folks. I don't. I mean, take that back. I am blessed to have enough to live as I do, and I can't thank the Creator enough for that, or also for my health and my family's health, so we can provide as we do. But I don't have money to go out and do something like this myself. So yes, I would definitely call the person, and if they said, we can offer bartering, I'd call them and say, hey, look, what this is what I've got. What do you need? I've got books. I can trade you books. I can, I know somebody has a discount here or something like that. You know what I'm saying? There's always avenues for us to do what we need to do. And for, I hate to use the word compensation, but that's in essence what it is for my energy and for my time. Because it is a lot of work, folks. It is a lot of work. And yes, the show is a lot of work, but this is a lot more work than the show. So that should tell you something right there. So again, give that some thought, folks. I know there are so many of you out there in need. Go to your doctor, go to your priest, go to your local parish, go to your pastor, go to your clergy, go to whomever you go to. But if you want and or need my services, come to me as well. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here for you all. I keep saying this, and I always will say that. So don't hesitate. Reach out to me. Let me know. Email me, and we'll talk. We'll get together and we'll talk and we'll work something out. Now, circling back around to the oblates of perpetual light. You guys always hear me talking about the oblates, and you always will, because it is such an amazing group. It is such a valuable tool. It's actually priceless. It's priceless that it doesn't cost you anything to become a member and to partake, but it's also priceless as far as what the oblates can offer to you. Just like any group, you get out of it what you want. If for those that just want to be part of a prayer group, you got it. But for those who want to go deeper, who want to get to know other people of other faiths, that want to be able to lean on their fellow brothers and sister oblates for help and advice, and just to bounce things off of, and get support, daily support. The Oblates of Perpetual Light is the thing, folks. It really is. I'm going to play the infomercial. I know. I want to play the infomercial. So just to refresh everybody, and especially for those who are new, and this is their first time listening to anything with the Faith and More podcast, I want to play it so you all can really, really think while this infomercial is playing. Why haven't you become a member of the Oblates of Perpetual Light yet? What is your reason or reasons? If it's some extenuating circumstances, please feel free to contact me. I'll be more than happy to do everything I can to help you. But everyone and anyone should feel free to join and be a part of this amazing group. The Oblates of Perpetual Light is the first of its kind. We are the very first group of Oblates to fully utilize the internet to organize and communicate. This allows everyone and anyone to join from all over the world. The Oblates of Perpetual Light are inclusive, meaning everyone is welcome regardless of their beliefs, faith, identification, gender, sexual preference, etc. We are independent, meaning that we are not affiliated with any church other than being connected with the Faith and More ministries, and we are trans-denominational. We are not affiliated with any one religion. We greatly respect the beliefs and freedoms of others. We are all children of the universe. Only 4 things are required of any oblate of perpetual light. The first, study and contemplate some sacred text of your faith at least once a day. It's up to you how much you study and contemplate. It can be as little as a sentence or as much as you wish. You choose when, where, and how long. Number 2 is prayer. Prayer is key in the heart of the Oblate's Perpetual Light. It is imperative that an oblate pray sometime during the day or night. Again, this is up to you to choose when, where, and for how long. The Oblates will gather together online, typically Zoom, at least once a month. There is also a Facebook group where Oblates can meet and commune more often if they choose. There are Oblates who are very social and there are Oblates who are very private. All are respected. If you are more private and or ascetic, you will need to keep in contact with the Director of Oblates, moi, privately. Number 4. Love and respect all members, regardless of their faith. We are here as a group, not just as individuals. Everyone's faith, beliefs, views, etc. will be respected. Bullying, hate, attacks, and etc. will not be tolerated. If this all sounds kosher and great to you, and you would like to become a member of the Oblates Perpetual Light, please contact me, our director, at oblates.pl@gmail.com. Again, that's oblates, oblates.pl @gmail.com. I hope to see you as an oblate very soon. Secret time. So yes, we already did one secret. Let's do another one, all right? This one is, again, about another show. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be after the Living 100 Years in a Day episode. It's going to be on fear. How many of us, I'm raising my hand, suffer from a fear or phobia of some type, shape, form? We all do. It's human nature, correct? This show on fear is going to really get to the nuts and bolts of exactly where fear comes from, where it originates, where it resides, and how to overcome it. I mean, yes, it's still an emotion for fight or flight that we're going to have. That's part of our human makeup that we just can't, it's human nature, but we will be able to pause and get a hold of ourselves and to get through these fearful emotions and experiences much quicker and much easier and better for your heart, soul, and mind. So stay tuned, because that one's going to be the show that will be following the To Live 100 Years in a Day episode. So what's going on with me, if anyone is interested? If not, you can just stop here. No, please stick around, folks, because there's always some good information, even when I'm rambling on about myself. I just finished the 3rd master class, the Kabbalah master class. You know, so it was a set of 3 master classes. I just finished those, continuing studying the Zohar. I completed a shaman class or course, and that is the 2nd shaman master course that I've taken and completed. So that's 2 of them that I have under my belt, so to speak. So, I mean, that all goes part and parcel with healing, and more healing. If you haven't gotten the idea yet, I am all about healing. And it is, when I was seeking the vocation of becoming a priest, that was absolutely the main reason why I wanted to become a priest. is to serve others, to help others, to heal others. To me, healing it's so understated these days. We talk about it and you see it on TV all the time, but that is not healing. When you see a pharmaceutical commercial, they're not talking about healing. They're talking about treating symptoms. That the illness continues to go on. You're just treating the symptoms. Again, as we were talking about with the healing that I'm going to be offering or am offering, we go to the core. We try to find what exactly is causing the illness. What is the source of it? And we try to heal that first. Heal from inward out. And then as we move to healing outward, that's a healing that will last. And I will be, as we do these healing sessions together, I'll also be teaching you methods of being able to do this yourself, to be able to connect to your angels, guardians, guides, to the creator, and do the healing on your own. But yeah, I'll still be there if you ever need tune-ups or more healing, always. But my goal is to treat the roots and work our way out from there, and also give you the tools that you need to sustain your healing and to keep being healed, and not just, as we were talking about with, medications, which there's nothing wrong with medications. I have to take medications myself. That's, we're not just treating symptoms. We're actually treating the cause and curing the cause and moving from there. And speaking of healing, I have a health update to share with all of you. I was recently speaking with my cardiologist and found that I no longer have heart failure. Now, to some of you, you might say, "Oh, well, okay. Well, it's a lot more than than okay. It's actually beyond fantastical." When I went into the hospital on June 23rd, 2020, I know people are rolling their eyes, and here he goes. He's quoting dates. I'll be quick. I'll be brief. So when I went into the hospital on June 23rd, 2020, I was diagnosed with stage 3 acute congestive heart failure. And if any of you are familiar with heart failure or heart disease, that is as high on the ring as you can get and not be dead. There is no coming back from that type of heart failure. And there's really, most heart failure, there is no coming back from. Only people that usually can beat heart failure are people who have very mild cases of it, that are able to make changes and work through it and overcome it. It is extremely, extremely rare. And I'm not tooting my horn in any way, shape, or form. No ego, no pride here at all. It is extremely rare for someone with, stage 3 acute congestive heart failure to not have it anymore. It's nearly unheard of. So I have just been given a clean bill of health in that area, that I no longer have heart failure, that with all of the work that I have done, my doctors have done, with medications, we were just talking about pharmaceuticals, with the medications and things of that nature, and with the creator, absolutely with the creator and with spirits. I'm no longer in that realm anymore. I'm no longer in heart failure. And it's just something that I was not expecting as far as news. I was expecting probably to be downgraded, from a stage 3. But I was not expecting to be taken off the list completely, which is just, it's nothing short of a miracle. It really is. And, I just wanted to share all of that with all of you, because our long-term listeners have heard me since episode 1 talking about my heart situation and the incidents and life with heart failure. So now it's life after heart failure, which we will be sharing. Still have diabetes. I'm still working on that. I just recently had to take another medication. So I'm now on 3 medications for the diabetes. So, hopefully we can get that managed and keep that managed, and hopefully we'll beat that next. Yeah, right. We shouldn't we, huh? Nothing is impossible. When you bring in the creator, you bring in spirit, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that cannot be done. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I will pause here for this Book Nook. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. And I will see you this Sunday at the Faith and More podcast. I so hope and pray you've enjoyed the show and that you found everything that you're searching for and more here with us. Stop by anytime, all the time. You are family. If you enjoyed the show, please share it with as many people as possible. Subscribe, rate, and review. And if you really enjoyed the show, please consider making an offering. Offerings are a great way to help sustain and improve the show and the Faith and More ministry. Offerings can be made through Patreon at patreon.com. That's Patreon, patreon.com/Faith and More podcast. Next is prayers. I love to pray, and our Faith and More family love to pray as well. So let us pray for you. You can email me directly at faithandmorepodcast@gmail.com. I am also offering healing sessions now that involve angelic, intuitive, and quantum healing. This is done via phone or Zoom. Due to the scope, energy, and time involved in this type of healing, there is a minimum donation required. Please contact me for more information at faithandmorepodcast@gmail.com. Also, please don't forget about our YouTube channel. There's lots of great videos there, and it gives you more of an immersive experience. Just go to youtube.com/@faithandmorepodcast. So until next time, have a most blessed week, and know that each and every one of you are in my heart and prayers. Bless you.